Hi my loves, thank you guys for clicking on this video. My name is Julie for those of you who don't know me, and welcome to my channel. I make videos on psychology, spirituality, personal growth, and relationships. So if these topics interest you guys, please subscribe and click the bell button below. So today's topic is on how to enjoy the single life. I am so excited to talk about this because I have been single a majority of my life with a few, serious relationships here and there, but it did not work out. So if I'm single, y'all. If there's any guys out there watching this, I'm kidding. But today I'm gonna share with you guys some tips on how to enjoy the single life, because clearly y'all aren't feeling it if you're watching this video. First, what we need to do is we need to pinpoint the root of the negative mindset, the root of the negative perspective. So perhaps you may be having a negative perspective towards a single life is because you're just fresh off the relationship boat. Now, if that's you, come closer and listen up, okay? Humans are habitual creatures. What that means is we love safety, we love comfort, we love knowing what's going to happen next. That is why we form a lot of habits. So for example, in college, we all know that there are no assigned seats. But why is it that from the first day of class to the end of the semester, everyone sits at the same seat? There are no assigned seats. Why is that? Because we're habitual creatures. And there are some times when we're driving home, we completely clock out. And then we blink and we're like, oh, I'm home, right? And you're like, oh, shoot, I was not paying attention at all this whole time. You know why? Because we're habitual creatures. We run on autopilot. Sometimes, even when you are in an abusive relationship, some of us would rather stay in that abusive relationship than be single, because at least with our partner, we know their abusive patterns. We know their verbal, emotional, physical abusive patterns. So sometimes it's easier to stay with our abusive partner, run back to that person, than be in the unknown, than to enter the single life. Okay, so what you need to understand is when you start missing that person, when you start thinking about him, this is not a sign saying that, oh, you need to contact them or you need to talk to that person. No, this is not a sign. Do not make decisions on temporary emotions. I'm going to repeat it again. Do not make decisions on temporary emotions, okay? This is a part of the process. You missing your partner is a part of the transition from you moving from your habits, your habitual behaviors, to something that's a little unknown. So a relationship is a habit. A relationship, being in that relationship, you know what to expect, you know what's going on in there, that is comfortable for you. So you're moving from the comfortability of a relationship to the uncomfortability of a single life, of the unknown. Okay, so it's easy for us to run back to safety, but do not do that, okay? Understand that what you're feeling right now, you missing your ex and all of that, this is normal. Everyone goes through it. It's part of the process. So if you had a life before you met this person, don't act like they're your freaking oxygen tank, okay? They are not your oxygen. What you need to understand is you were living, doing you, living a happy life before you met them, which means you can do it again. On the other hand, maybe you're not missing someone, but maybe you're missing something. Maybe you feel a void in your heart. Maybe you feel like you're incomplete, like something is missing, and you want a partner to complete you. So there's that misconception in our society, I don't know why, that we are incomplete and that finding a partner would make us feel complete. That is a lie. That is a lie. You are whole and complete just the way you are right now, right this second. You need to ask yourself, where am I getting this idea from? Where am I getting this belief that I'm not complete? Where am I getting this belief that I am not whole? Where am I getting this belief that there is a void within me? Where? It could be societal influence, it could be family, friends, cultural influence, and you really need to understand that if it is coming from those areas, that these beliefs are not yours. So you need to release them because they're not your beliefs at all. But if these beliefs are your beliefs, and you are genuinely telling yourself, well, I'm not complete and I'm not whole, and this is exactly what you truly believe, then you need to ask yourself, why am I not whole? What will someone else bring to the table that will make me whole? That's the question. What would someone else bring to the table that would make me whole? And answer that. Write down a list of things that the other person will bring you that would make you feel whole. So for example, maybe you put, well, a partner would bring me love. They would also bring me support, right? Love and support. Maybe that's what you wrote. Think about it. Love and support. What does that person have that you can't give that to yourself? You know what I mean? You have the ability to give love. You have the ability to give support. So why can't you give that to yourself? Not like you literally don't have the ability to give love or to give support. You do. You're just not doing it to yourself. So why would you want that other person to give it to you? You know, because you have that ability. You have the ability here and now. You don't have to wait for a partner to come by and give you love and support. The thing with these things like love and support or affection or whatever, you want it from other people, but if someone gives you that, then that means they have the power to take it away. When you want these things, you want that to be a supply. You want it to be forever given to you. You know, it's a constant supply of love and support. And the only person that you can get constant supply of love and support is from yourself. Because you can control only you. You can't control how other people act, what other people give you, how other people treat you. You can only control yourself. So key is writing down the things that you feel like a significant partner will give you and give that to yourself. One other mindset that restricts people from seeing the beauty in the single life is fear. If you are letting fear drive your car, taking the front seat and the wheel, listen up, honey. Okay? There are so many girls that tell me they're like,
I'm gonna be forever single with like 50 cats and no one's ever gonna want me.
Nothing lasts forever, and not even the good times and not even the bad times. Really think back to a time where you were going through something, where you were struggling maybe a few years ago, and think about how that felt. That felt like it was going to be forever. There are times where I was going through depression and I felt like this was going to be my life every single day until the day I die. But nope, I'm here today, living my best life, okay? So what I'm saying is nothing lasts forever. Know that. And two, there are 7.53 billion people. And you think that not one person from 7.53 billion people are gonna be for you? Like, say this with me, okay? Faith over fear. You gotta have faith in the universe. You gotta have faith in the God, that God, universe has someone special in store for you. You gotta have faith. And if you don't believe in a God, then you gotta have faith in yourself that you will find someone that is right for you, okay? Say it with me, faith over fear. If you fear that you're gonna be single forever, that fear stems from lack of self-love. Now, this is going to transition us into the next tip, which is self-love. I mean, I want you guys to really think about it, because a person who fears being single, truly, they have a subconscious belief that they are not wanted, that they will not be loved by others, that other people will not want them, and that they are not lovable. Because Why would someone who loved themselves have that fear of being single forever? Especially knowing the fact there are 7.53 billion people in the world, okay? People that love themselves, people that know what they bring to the table, they're gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna sit back and I'm not gonna jump into anything. I'm gonna sit back and look at all my options and choose wisely, because I'm a catch. If someone doesn't want me right now, if I'm single for 3 years, 4 years, that's okay, because eventually I'm gonna meet someone that wants me. You know why? Because I am lovable. You know why? Because I am wantable. People will love me because I love myself. I see what a beautiful person I am. See, that is what a self-loving person would think. But a person that do not love themselves, they're gonna be like,
please take me, anyone, over here. No? Okay. Hey, that guy's showing interest. Yeah, take me.
First come, first serve, okay? That's what it's gonna be. The first person that comes, you are gonna serve that person right away, because you think that if you say no to that person, no one else is gonna come by and want you. Self-love is not loving every single thing about yourself. That's being unrealistic. Self-love, my definition of self-love is self-acceptance, okay? It is accepting the light and the dark, the yin and the yang. It is accepting the good and the bad within you and being okay with it. So we have such a hard time accepting the parts of us that we don't like about ourselves. We do. And I'm not asking you guys to love your attitude. I'm not asking you to love your big toe or anything, but I am asking you to accept it. So for the sake of this video, I am going to give you guys one tool on how to accept yourself more. I do have many other self-love tools, so if you guys are interested in that, I would love to make a separate video on that. So comment below if you guys would like me to make a video on self-love. But I'm going to share with you guys one tool that I use, and it's called the disapproval list. So what you do is you write at the top disapproval list, and you write everything that you dislike about yourself. So maybe you write in there, I hate my big nose, or you write, I hate how stubborn I am, I hate how selfish I am, I hate how needy I am. So you write all of those lists, you needy, selfish, stubborn, all of it. And then every morning you wake up and you pick one thing from that list. You say, okay, today I'm gonna pick stubbornness. And under stubborn, you're going to write down a list of why it is okay for you to be stubborn. You're going to write a list of how being stubborn benefits you in your life. How being stubborn is acceptable in your life. So I'm going to share with you guys some things that I have wrote. As I've said, these are tools that I practice. It's not just mumbo jumbo I'm making up, okay? So, stubbornness. Stubbornness. I am not easily influenced by other people's opinions. I am my own person. 3, I am hardworking. 4, I know what I want and I won't settle for less. So these characteristics and traits that we disapprove of ourselves in our lives, they do benefit us sometimes. Writing this list really makes you see how these traits and how these things benefit you. It helps you find acceptance. My last advice is date yourself. Think about it. What do you do when you start dating someone first? Well, you spend quality time with them. You take them on dates. So what you need to do is take yourself out on dates and spend quality time with yourself. You can sign up for that boxing class. You can sign up for that cooking class. You can go to that new restaurant that you love. You know, you can do things that you want to do when you're single. And this is the perfect time to explore new areas, to explore new activities and new interests. Now, there are 2 apps that I use that really helps me in this process. One is Groupon. So it's basically anything that you may be interested in, like musicals, dance classes, or cooking classes, or whatever. All of these things on a discount. It's wonderful. Try it if you have not tried it. Also, there's an app called Meetup. Meetup is basically, it's not a dating app, okay? It is basically an app where people with common interests, they meet up and do those activities together. So this is where I found my weekly meditation group. So I'll type meditation and then it'll just show near me where meditation classes are. And it's a wonderful place to find people with similar interests, and who knows, you might find a bae there, okay? But don't do it to find a bae. Do it for yourself, okay? Another thing that you do when you're dating someone is you check up on them throughout the day. You say, hey, texting them, hey, how's your day going? Hey, how are you feeling? What's on your mind, right? You ask your partner that, or at least I hope you do when you're dating someone. But you need to start asking yourself those questions. You need to check up with yourself as you're driving. Like I said, humans are habitual creatures, so we're always on autopilot. So you need to stop and say, how am I feeling right now? You know, where's my mood? How am I feeling? What's on my mind? You know, it's a great way to constantly check up on yourself and be in tune with yourself. So one tool that you can do is keep a journal. Keep a journal where you write down your feelings and thoughts and anything that happened throughout the day. It is a wonderful practice. I promise you that it will change your life. Okay, let me show y'all my journal. This is my journal. I love it. It has so many memories and so many things in it. It's wonderful. It definitely helped me get to know myself better. It helped me analyze my thought processes, the way I think, the way I act. It played a huge part in changing who I am. And especially if you guys are going through a breakup, a journal will be great. Sometimes your friends get sick and tired of hearing you say the same thing, talk about the same bum ass dude, okay? So get yourself a journal. And lastly, when you're dating someone, you express love. You express love to them. You kind of take notice of the things that they're good at. You kind of take notice of all the good qualities that they have, and you comment on it. You say, hey, babe, you know, you're really smart in this. Oh, you're really good at this, you know? You got to do that for yourself. You got to take notice of your strengths and weaknesses. Notice your strengths and accept your weaknesses. This brings a full circle back to what I said about self-love. Notice your strengths and accept your weaknesses, okay? When you do something good, when you're good at something, really invest in yourself in that. So if you're good at, let's say, cooking, and you notice that, you say, oh, well, I can cook a mean meal, okay? Maybe I can go somewhere with this, you know? Maybe I can, you know, open up my own restaurant. Maybe I can make a YouTube channel on cooking, you know? Invest in yourself. Applaud yourself. When you're good at something, invest in that. Too many of us, we focus on things that we're not good at. I don't know why in our society it's like, oh, focus on your weaknesses, da-da-da-da, so you can be all around perfect or whatnot. But when you focus on your weakness, when you focus on that, it just makes you feel more inadequate. All of us are naturally, sometimes we're born with talent. Sometimes we're good at things. So, for example, me, I'm really good at art. I like drawing. I love drawing. I was always been a good artist. So the more I do art, the more I express myself through artistic things, the more I feel confident in myself. And that's exactly what's going to happen to you guys. Notice your strengths and build on that. And notice your weaknesses and accept those weaknesses. Don't try to fight it. Don't try to change it. Just accept it. Alright guys, that is all for today's video. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys have any more ideas on more videos and more content, please comment them down below. I would love to hear you guys. Also, if you have not subscribed, subscribe and click the bell button. I love you guys so much. Mwah! And see you guys on my next video.